All right, this is going to be My Way by Frank Sinatra. This has some great finger picking stuff, some really cool chords in it, and it's not too difficult. There's only a couple kind of tricky parts. So we're going to start with the D chord. We're going to do the 2 bottom strings and go to the G string. So it's the 3 and the 2 down here to the 2 over here. We'll do that 4 sets. That makes 1 measure. So like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now in the beginning we're going to do 3 measures of this. So it's 2 measures for an intro, and then he starts singing on the next one. So here we go. 3 and 4 and... Here goes the second one. Here goes the verse. Now our next measure is going to be 2s. And then 2, 1, 2, like a D7. So pretty easy so far. Now this next one's a little tricky. We got to get the 5 on the second string with the 2 on the first string, and we're going to go to the 4 over here. And then we're going to scooch this pinky down to a 4. We're making like a B7 there. So this is 2 and 5 going to 4. And then we bring it down to 4 and 2 is going to 2. And that's like 3 sets of that. Then we're going to come in here, 3 and 5 is going to go to 4. And then 3 and 3 is going to go to 4. Like a G chord there. And then here we have like A7 type of chord. It's going to be 2 over here with 2 and 3 down here. So 2 and the 3 goes to the 2. And then we're going to have part of a D chord. We're going to hit the 3 and the 2, and then just the 3 and the small string, back to the 3 and 2, and then we're going to go to that 2 and finish those other sets there. So it's... And then we're going to start over with a D 2 times, go to these 2s, then we have 3 and 5 to a 2, and then 4 and 2 to the 2. You could kind of do that like that too. But coming from this, you might just kind of slide them back. Okay, then we're getting towards the end of this section. Let's go ahead and finish it and we'll go through it all again. So we have 3 and 3 to 4 here. Only 1 set though. We're going to go 4 and 3 to 4. And then we're going to go 5 and 3 to 4. So that one moves up chromatic. And it ends with 7 and 5 going to 4. Now here we're going to have little 5 and 3 going to 3. And then little 3s going to 3. And then we have some chords. We have 2, 3, 3, 3. We're going to do that chord twice. Now this one is 4, 3, 3, and 5. And then it's 5, 3, and 3, 3. So this is the tricky part kind of. And then we're back to a D. Now the 4th one on this D will be that little pinky there, and that's sus. To a G twice, and the A7 twice, and then the G 4 times, to the D. Okay, then we're back into the beginning. Now this time we're going to go straight into the verse, so only 1 measure of D. So let's go through that again. We got 3 and 4 and then we go to the 2s. And then we go 2, 1, 2. Now this one was a little trickier. This was the 5, 2 to the 4 once. And then the 4, 2 to the 2. 3 times. Then we have 5 and 3 going to 4. 3 and 3 going to 4. 2 and 3 going to 2. And then we had that little riff on this one. So once again, that was... Now we have D twice. We have the 2s twice. We have 5 and 3 going to 2 twice. and then 4 and 2 going to 2 twice. And then we have the 3 and 4 once. We have the 4-3, the little chromatic, the 5-3, and then we have the 7-5 to 4. And now we have that 3 and 5 up here. Back to D. The fourth one's a sus, and then G, A7, and then a full G to D. Okay, then we have a chord part. So the chord is going to be 7, 7, and 5 on these bottom 3, 4 times, and then 6, 7, 5. And then 5, 7, 5, we're going to do that 8 times. And then 4, 3, 3, 8 times. And then the 5, 7, 7, 3 times. 1 time on this 4, 3, 2. And then 4, 5, 3 twice. 7, 7, 5 twice. So that's a tricky one. So 3 of the first thing. 1 of this, 2 of the other 2. Now 7, 8, 7, 8 times. Now we're going to go 9, 8, 9, 8 times. See that dominant 7 chord there? And then we have 9, 10, 9, 8 times. And this is the big build. We have 11, 10, 10. 12, 12, 10. Back to 9, 10, 9. I did it. And then the 12, 12, 10 is the my. And the 11, 10, 10 is the way. Okay, so I'm going to go through it all one more time. So we're going to just go one time on that initial D measure, and I'll play on through 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that last one could have been kind of a more of a stretched out, you know, my way. And then it kind of gets into a little bit of the changes, like the D, kind of little horn outro, goes to that kind of stuff. Kind of gets around into here, and then it kind of hits a D, and then it's like, I did it, my. You get one big old G, and then a D for the ending. All right, My Way, Frank Sinatra, tab with this. Hope you all dug that little finger picking classic. Talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.